Hello and welcome to another quadruple video. So in this lecture we are going to learn how to create an Nginx server from scratch. Okay, so first of all we can just install the Nginx server by doing apt-get install nginx. Okay, and before installing this I'm going to show you that I don't have it already installed on my PC. So if I try to visit nginx, and as you can see we have no such file or directory. So let's go and install this nginx. So within a flash it will install. Alright, now I'm going to check the status of this Nginx service by using the system daemon or systemctl. So we have Nginx. So as you can see this service is currently enabled. So the next thing will be we are going to go to the folder where we installed Nginx, which is this. So as we can see now we are able to enter this folder. If we do ls we have this content. Now, the very important thing to note here is we have two important folders which are the modules available. Sorry, we have two most important folders which are the sites available and the sites enabled folder. Okay, so at this folder sites available, we will have all the virtual hosts which will be hosted on this particular web server. Okay, so I'm going to navigate to sites available and we do ls. We have a default virtual host file. We can just do leafpad or we can just do genie default, and as we can see this is the default configuration file. So this is of no use to me. I'm going to remove this default configuration file. Now instead of this we are going to create our own configuration file which will have a very less code inside. So we are going to do nano and the name of the file will be nginx.conf. Okay, and inside this file I'm going to paste the configuration file of this virtual host. So as we can see we are creating a server which will listen on port 9090, and basically this server will serve on HTTP. Fine, and the server name will be nginx. The root directory will be this. Now if we try to navigate to var www, we do ls, we have no folder called nginx. So we are going to create mkdir. We are going to make dash p. We should have a folder called nginx and html. So as you can see the folder is created. So let's navigate to nginx, let's navigate to html, clear the terminal, do ls, and we have nothing inside html. So again we are going to do nano and create a file which will be the index.html for this web server. So we are going to do index.html, creating the file, and from VS Code we have a basic welcome script. So let's copy this and let's try to paste the script right here. So as you can see this is doctype html. Welcome to my website. So welcome, thank you for visiting my website. This is a simple index.html file. We can do control X and we can just do yes to save the buffer, and the name of the file will be index.html. Alright, now the very important thing to note here is we have this location block inside the server block. So these are called as blocks inside the configuration file, and this location block will handle the incoming web request from the client side. Okay, so if a client tries to send any web request, for example if a client tries to visit http:// localhost and again / index.php, but we don't have that file inside our web root. So what this location block will do is it is going to try for the files. So it will locate for the file index.php inside the web root, and it is going to next locate index.php / it is going to assume that if a folder called index.php is existing within the web root, and if both of the conditions are not satisfied, it is going to return a 404 status code. Okay, so this is a way how this web server will respond to the client side request. Okay, so we can just do control X and we can do yes to save this buffer. Now the next important thing is we are going to create a symbolic link between this nginx.conf file to the site's enabled folder. Okay, so we will not be able to actually start this web server until and unless we link this file to the sites enabled folder. So I already told you that these two folders called sites enabled and sites available folder are very important. So we are going to do a symbolic link, and we have etc nginx sites available and we have nginx.conf. We are going to link this file to the etc nginx sites enabled folder. Okay, so as you can see a symbolic link is created. Now if I just try to navigate to the nginx sites enabled directory, we have a file called nginx.conf. So as we can see, this file is blue colored and this is black colored. So what do we mean by these colors is you can check the MIME type from file and you can do nginx.conf, and as you can see, this is a file and this file is symbolically linked to the file in the sites available nginx.conf. So this is very important symbolic link because it is linking this particular file to the file which is actually present in the sites available directory from where the virtual host is operated. Now the next thing is we are going to check for the syntax error in this particular configuration file from typing nginx -t. So as you can see, the test is failed. So we have etc nginx nginx.conf. Okay, so this problem is occurring because we have a file called default, so we need to remove that file because it is already linking to the default file which we just deleted. So we need to navigate to sites available. Yeah, we can do ls. We have nginx.conf. We can do this. The error says we have etc nginx sites enabled default. Okay, and we can just navigate to sites enabled. We have this default file. If we try to remove this default file and check for syntax errors next, so as you can see, this is successful. In order to become a pen tester, you need to know how to configure a particular web server, and this command is very important before you attempt to enable the web server, which is nginx. So as we can see, there are no syntax errors in the nginx configuration file now, and this is the file we just created. Okay, now this is the default configuration file, so it is checking for syntax errors in this particular file. So let's visit the website using curl. So we can do curl -s-i to get both the response headers and response body. We are going to send a curl request to localhost on port 9090 where the nginx server is running. So as you can see, welcome to my website, and the server is going to be nginx, and this is the version of this server. If you want to check the version of nginx, you can also check it from here. As you can see, we have this. So as you can see, this is version 1.22.1 as stated in this is 1.221. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this lecture a lot. So we'll meet in the next lecture. Till then, have a wonderful day ahead and thank you.